to meet you. What can I do for you today? Good question. My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man. As I understand it, I used to be just like all those other Securitrons out on the strip. But then my neurocomputational matrix was completely reprogrammed to be nice. Very, very nice. Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember. This is Benny's workshop. When the tops got renovated, he had this half of the floor blocked off for his own use. I guess you could say it's my entire world. I don't think I've ever left this room, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. Sure, Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there! Oh! He wants to kill Mr. House and use the Platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I just do what Betty tells me. Easy peasy! I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh? Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no. Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan. Right! It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else, maybe a giant robot or something. I have to admire your prudent nature. Why? That's right. Like I said, it's probably pretty important because it has non-standard hardware, just like the Lucky 38. The data on that Platinum chip is a big secret, unless you can find a dedicated reader to decode it. Isn't that frustrating? Neat. Let me know what you find out. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do. It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network. Wow. Do you have any idea how special that is? Red carpet treatment. Seems a little mean to use his invitation against him like that, but I'm sure it's all for the best. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Goodsprings. I knew he was carrying a platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for him. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh? I know that's not true because you still have a head. That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now. No kidding, he was running fast. He better pace himself. He has to run all the way to Fortification Hill. There's an underground facility there that might have the special hardware required to use the data on the platinum chip. It's too bad Caesar's Legion built its camp right above it. Talk about inconvenient. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word. I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping him out. Then, when he's not looking, kerpow! The big question is whether to give him the chip before you do him in. He's the one who'll know exactly what to do with it after all. He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even unlock new ones. But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Hard to say. It's up to you. Let me know when it's done and I'll roll over to the Lucky 38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's mainframe. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna help you accomplish so much, whether I want to or not. There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on the strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel. Of course, ask away. They must be a really nasty people. I haven't heard a single good thing about them. They fire artillery on anyone who comes near their settlement at Nellis Air Force Base. Talk about rude. If they can be convinced to fire those big cannons at the Legion, or NCR though, well, that'd be neat, wouldn't it? Take all the time you need. Anything else I can help with? The Khans are just... they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude. They've been kicked around a lot, but no one's finished them off. Not yet, anyway. They were one of the tribes the 3 families pushed out of Vegas. A whole bunch got killed. So they settled at Bitter Springs, but they kept being so obnoxious, the NCR had to kill a whole bunch more of them. So then, they settled at Red Rock Canyon. There's just no getting rid of them. You set the pace. Anything else I can help with? I remember that Benny used to pay a receptionist at Gamora for information. Maybe she knows something. Just that Benny didn't like them. He talked on and on about how they couldn't be trusted. And this is coming from Benny. He hated their casino, said it was tacky, and he thought they were up to something, because he said they always are. Whenever you get around to it, we'll be just fine. Anything else I can help with? From what I understand, they're perfectly delightful. They're cultured, clean, and Super polite. Benny didn't like them, though. He said they were creepy. Don't hurry on my account. I'm the one with a flexible schedule. Anything else I can help with? Some of Mr. House's data said that he'd lost a bunch of Securitron scouts near Hidden Valley. Telemetry showed that they'd been attacked with energy weapons. House was pretty sure it was the Brotherhood. There must be a bunch of them holed up there. Not a good place for a robot to visit. They go around in big suits of power armor, and they have lots of energy weapons. But there's a downside. They just have a thing about technology. They think it should all be theirs. If someone else has it, they get mad. All I'm saying is, not much of a chance they'll accept a Vegas that polices itself with robots. No rush. Take your time. Anything else I can help with? You bet. Sure. He came through here in a big hurry. Didn't even stop to say hello. I think he went down his secret escape elevator out in the hall.
Wonder where Benny got off to. How's it hanging?
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands. Incidentally, it will interest you to know that the man you seek has fled the Strip and is likely making haste for Caesar's camp as we speak. Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go. Can I help you? You can find him in the main embassy building, inside the gate. The usual. Troopers getting drunk and causing problems. Like that's a surprise to anyone. Hell, I plan on getting drunk once I'm done with my shift. Maybe even head over to Gamorra for a good time. This is the NCR Embassy, our little slice of heaven on the Strip. The main building houses administration, while the other building is the MP headquarters on the Strip. Sir.
What is it?
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you? The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker. Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
Help you?
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job. I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen. And I don't think you're the kind of person that would either. To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munition stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me? Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us. Thanks for doing this. Remember, we need their resources to help us in the upcoming battle. Do whatever it takes. Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago back in the NCR as the local mayor and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship. I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know? I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all. Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress. It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness, it's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore.
What is it?
Help you?
Wow, look who it is. What can I help? Us troopers mostly come to the Strip for our R&R. We blow off some steam by gambling, drinking, partying. If you're looking for a good time, I'd suggest hitting up Gamora. Now, she may be a bit of a hard ass, but she's the best damn captain. He's a little stiff and stuffy. Doesn't leave the office that much. I've always wanted to play a prank on him, but there's no way I could ever pull that off without getting in trouble. Yeah. What have you heard? I know people think I'm a little on the... Just because I happen to get into fights and like to pull a prank. Hello? Hello?
Good to see you around here. What can I do for you? Yeah, more the usual. We're keeping an eye on the troopers to make... Yeah, the only stupid one we've had lately is Private Irwin. He's starting to cause more trouble than he's worth. Not much to tell. Keeping the troopers in line and monitoring the Strip keeps me busy. It's my job, and I'm gonna do it well. Now, if that's all... Crocker isn't too bad. He mostly stays in his office now. If you have any questions about the
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world. I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault. Oh! Okay, I got these great lunch boxes. They're super. What else? Oh, look at these. What about a vintage Vault-Tec toy car? Okay, I do, but who wants a lame sensor module or a nitrogen canister anyway? All the popular stuff has been sold, especially the vault suits. I need to find more because people buy them like hotcakes. Leather suits are good times. Thinking about that just blows my top. You would? You really would? That would help me a lot. Thank you so much. You're an angel. I can't wait to see you again. Good to see you again. Give me a shout if you need anything else. If you could bring me vault suits, I would so make it worth your while. I mean, really. Good to see you again. No, I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this. My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved. I'll give you a quick tour of my... Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. I'll give you a quick... Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah, that is... I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. Howe. Mr. Howe has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the... I don't know, maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go... What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas, woohoo! Now scram and let us... Mr. House has everything to do with... Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good. Sure, the place is packed. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin Baron once in a while, and recently circled couples shining big rocks on their... It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down. We solved any quarrels through gambling. Lady Luck cast no eyeball. Yeah. Mitch? You mean Molebot? I hadn't thought about that name in a long time. I was just a child and he had a big mole in his rear. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch. Yeah, I miss...
Damn slots of robbery.
Seeing the sights?
Excuse me, but I'm busy.
Hi. What can I do for you? You saw our front sign, didn't you? This is where all the beautiful signs of the Strip become a reality. It all comes from Michelangelo's imagination. We do a little work here and there too, sure, but... he's the reason the Strip shines like a star at night. Mike's imagined and built every sign, billboard, and light you'll see around here. Check out the back of the shop. He's usually working there. He's the reason the Strip I've been here over a year now, though I'm not one to get tired for... I plan to roam the wasteland once I'm ready. The people need light and kindness. There's too much fear and pain out there, old...
Oh, hello, I am Michelangelo. How can I... wait. Are you here to deliver more billboard requests? Please tell me you're not a messenger on behalf of Mr. House. That's great to hear. Really great. I'm Sheldon from Vault 21, although here I go by my artistic name, Michelangelo. So what brings you here? Well, not much, really. Vault 21 was my home. My dear home. I left it to explore the outside world. At first, it was a marvel to behold. My inspiration flowed. I feel haunted by something terrible. Working in such a huge... Yes, I think so. But please, keep quiet about it. Without inspiration, I'm as good as a... Wouldn't that be great? No, Mr. House filled it with concrete. Only a few rooms and halls remain. My sister was able to turn them into a... Most people don't understand what it means to grow up. But here, everything is huge and threatening. It's so empty that I think one of these days I'll... You mean Mitch? Oh, it's been ages since I've heard the name. That was a long time ago. before we exchanged the warmth of our home for the thin air. It's this place. My inspiration. Maybe you were thinking of agoraphobia? Yes, you are right. I need something to bring back my What? Are you serious? Stop right there. I'm sorry, but there is nothing wrong with my brain. Thank you for the offer, but I think I really can't go to see... Wait a minute. Yes, that's it. I have a camera. It is old, but it should work. I've always wanted to see the dinosaur and its thermometer sign at Novak. The McCarran Airfield and the Helios 1 power station signs are of much interest to my work. Like the Sunset Sarsaparilla. Thank you. I really can't thank you enough for this. Please, get me all the... Oh, and if you need more camera film, then just come back and I'll get it for you. Again...
You're the talk of the day around the casino tables.
Please, do not stand in the fountains.
What on earth is that creature?
Howdy, son. How can I help you? But make it quick. Bighorn is my trade since I was a young'un. I can... A drink? Nonsense. All I need now is to settle a score. There's a long list of grievances that Heck Gunderson's got to answer for, kid. I'm here to... If he ain't chiseling behind your back, he just sends his men ready for a fight. Then you either sell your ranch for a... I'm tired of being trampled over... What more you want? He's a slithering snake, what he is. One of the biggest landowners this side of the Colorado. All that money buys him any NCR senators he wants. Scoundrels like Heck. There's just no way. We're honest folk out there. Damn hard to make a living in the desert, kid. Heck's a different breed. God, scaring us into giving away our lands is all he's done to strike it flush. Comes packing iron, and none can hold a candle to his men. Bad blood. I have no illusions that he'll ever stop his plundering, so I'm just gonna make him suffer. Here in town, he's got a few of his armed men to protect him. I just gotta find out what he's up to, and then I'll... Where I come from, we appreciate good intentions. I reckon you could help me figure out what he's doing. Tell you what, that chiseler's blowing hot air over at that there fancy casino, the Ultra Lux. All right, kid. I appreciate...
If you don't mind, He's got his reason. And if it means Heck Gunderson's involved, then you better... If that's what you... Everything he says about the evils of Heck Gunderson is true. I don't suppose... He swears he won't leave this godforsaken... That... Good to see... Oh, a good ways west of here, in a place you've never been. That was before we lost some land to Heck Gunderson. The bank demanded... A good... Failed to catch mole rats early in their breeding, and you'll have 3 or 4 head breaking their ankles in mole... Of course, the worst varmint of all is a Brahmin Baron. That's a problem you can't solve with a varmint rifle. I'm done talking.
Hello? You know, if you were serving, you'd probably be halfway to general.
Please, do not stand in the fountain.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping to...
I bet it feels real nice to be carrying those weapons. That damn Mr. House has forbidden the NCR military personnel from carrying any sort of firearms on the Strip. Mr. House still doesn't trust the NCR. A word of advice. Mr. Okay then, you should know the...
There'd be more gambling.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Hello.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Hello?
Please enjoy the casinos.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Oh! Ha!
Be advised, visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any robots accompanying them.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gamora. Check your weapons with me. You'll get these back on your...
Hello and welcome to Gomorrah. What can I help you with today?
Feel free to head to our club, Brimstone, or you can see our gorgeous courtyard. I knew someone would call in that mark soon. All I can tell you is to find Caccino. He's the lowest level lieutenant you're going to be able... Some of the girls say he's been involved in some shady business the family wouldn't really like. Ask him about it. Sorry, they don't tell me their plans, and I don't want to know. I'm just happy they don't make me fuck anybody anymore. I sure do, but loose lips? All right. You look... Not much of a rumor, but I hear the Tops is always looking for new talent. Lord knows they've needed it for a long time. It's hard to believe that not too long ago, most of the families on the Strip were little more than warring tribes. The Omertas even had a big war with the Khans once upon a time. I'm not sure what's going on at Lucky 38. That place is weird. Nobody ever goes in. Nobody ever comes out. I've heard some pretty shady rumors about the Ultralux. I'm not sure what the deal is, but although they try to put on airs, that place is just plain... Sorry, that's all the news worth talking about. Sorry, we don't have any hotel rooms available right now.
Bosses don't like no trouble in that place. I hear you've been asking questions about me, dickweed. What the fuck do you want? Business? What the fuck do you mean, business? You looking to get yourself burned? Now you start talking real clear, and I mean fucking crystal clear, because I'm about to lose my patience. I don't give half a dick what you heard. Now get... You again. What? I banged Lot's wife and licked her salty ass. The fuck do I look like? I'm the one asking the questions here. Now tell me why you've been dropping my name. Hey there, can I get you a drink? I think there's something wrong with that dog.
Business is good. All the family's got money. Of course, Gomorrah is where the action is.
Hey, big guy. Looking for a good time?
Bosses don't like trouble.
Hello and...
Yeah, Kachino's a creep. Fine.
In their place.
Bosses don't like no trouble in their place.
I hope my dad doesn't find out how much money...
You again? What the fuck did... Where the fuck did you get that? Okay, listen, buddy. That's some dangerous shit you got there. That book can get me killed if the wrong people see it. Let's talk. What do you want? What can I do for you? I can't stop you, but that's gonna mean my death. I can make it worth your while to give it to me, though. Plus, if you go to the bosses, I can't help you stop what they've been doing. Do I look like some kind of fool? I'm not paying you so you can double dip. All right. I can't stop. I know not at home in the NCR would be happy to get some dirt on the family. I can help you get that dirt. You got me by the short hairs.
Those hookers cost me.
Hey, buddy. Family the fucking Omertas. You knew her? Zawara is our club. The family club. You... Whoop it. Yeah? What the fuck? Oh, shit. Yeah, go talk to Nero or Big Saul upstairs. They'll want...
got something you need to talk about? We run a whole... Sorry, but I don't know you from Adam, and you don't have any business... Do you now? Let's see it. Here, now give it... The fuck is this shit? Cucino, you dumb motherfucker. Yeah, we are going to have some war.
I hear you chased that chicken shit Benny off. Good riddance. The fuck are you looking at?
Cucino, you really disappointed me.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. Sometimes I just can't control myself. I don't know what's wrong with me. I swear I can turn this around. Just give me another chance.
I don't want to fucking hear it. You've lost the trust of the family. Goodbye. I hope hell isn't too hot for you.
Did you know the strip's all cleared up lately?
Thanks for bringing Cucino's transgressions to our attention. Shame we had to put him down. He was a good lieutenant. Did he now? Funny that. More backstabbing? Yeah, we got something big planned. I was actually hoping to jar at you about that. Now that Cucino is gone, we need some help wrapping some things up. And you seem like the resourceful type. Two of the players, Troik and Clandon, have some problems that need to be solved. Ask them what they need. As one of our captains, Cucino was kind of a project manager. He made sure people had what they needed to get their jobs done. The plan is called Racket, but that's all the info you're going to get out of me right now. What's on your mind? Hey, it's my...
Gamora is always open for business.
Morning.
Who are you? I didn't do anything. Leave me alone. I don't see how that's your business. I'm just a... Hey, man. Yeah, I heard you might be coming. I appreciate the help. I'm in kind of a fix. I helped the Omertas get guns without the NCR catching wind of it. I need someone to cover my ass with the last shipment. The Fiends, a group of raiders freaked out on Kim's, stole my last shipment before I could get it into Vegas. I could sure use some help getting it from them. Okay, what do you need to know? I'm pretty proud of myself. It's a stroke of genius if I could be so modest. The whole arrangement starts with an old buddy of mine in the Republic. He's responsible for packing and shipping supplies to the NCR on the Strip. He marks some containers as food and medical and packs them with guns and other shit. From there, it took just a couple of greased palms to get someone to let me cherry pick a container or two out of every shipment. Easy as pie.
something wrong with that dog.
Hey, nice to meet you. Do you need help with something? I'm a close friend of some of the family around here. I do some independent contracting around the casino, and they set me up with this great room. Oh, that's great. I sure could use some help. You see, I do explosives, and they have a special need for some big explosions. Problem is, there's no way I can get enough explosives to do the type of damage they're looking to do, much less get it all deployed. Blowing shit up, of course. Thing is, they don't need things to blow up. They need people to die in a fairly large area in a fairly small time frame. There are other ways to kill people with bombs aside from explosions, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I could build a nuke, but I'm not looking to turn the Mojave into a giant mirror. No, I was thinking something more subtle. I figure chlorine gas is the way to go. It's toxic, and I can rig it up to do a whole lot of killing in a fairly short time frame. I'm not sure exactly. There is a swimming pool at the Ultralux, so they probably have some. Although I doubt they'd appreciate you taking it. But they must get it from somewhere. Maybe try out in Freeside somewhere. See ya.
Gamora is always open for business.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night some girl was coming...
Salutations. Welcome to Top Shelf. The drinks cost twice as much during happy hour, but they draw twice the attention, too.
Hey, any idea how somebody gets into the White Glove Society? Have to know somebody?
You watch yourself around Mr. Gunderson.
I'm not really gambling. I'm just hoping to be seen here. People will think I'm rich.
told me Benny might be gone for
Till you
good.
get to Gorman,
He must have been in some
spoiled.
delightful scandal to have run off so suddenly.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
I'm not really gambling. I'm just hoping to be seen here. People will think I'm rich. Hello.
You hear there was some kind of shootout at one of them casinos on the... Strip? Some people got killed.
Hello.
Howdy. Darn far it is, our ranch. Ethel would be happy to yap about... I know it better than my wife's court. Stealing our pure breed resolve, that's how. We've faced the wasteland right in the old mug. Listen, we own these lands, and I'll be damned if the NCR... Hell, it's all dangerous. Know why? Because if you're looking for real trouble, head straight into the mountains. Men, listen, we own these lands. If you're looking for... I'll be damned. You mean the young Gunderson? I'd not be one to complain if you got lost for good, kid. If it makes he- Sure, kid. And I still hump like a buck in spring. That Gunderson's a liar and born of a viper, I swear. So Ted's nowhere to be found, and Hicks... Hell, it sounds like the... A ransom? I doubt that snake's got enough soul to care that much for his own young'un. Besides, what's the... No, Heck only knows greed and pain, kid. It's high t... Kid, look around you. There's poison and death everywhere. And people... What right do they have to continue with their mischief? I won't hold it against you, kid. You gotta do your clean thing. I respect that.
Beg your pardon, but my dear...
Brim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
How may I be of service, sir? No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't think you'd have the stomach for it. Better look elsewhere. My, such a popular question. The White Glove Society is only just... Were we always so refined? Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the finest food. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the most deserving. And that's what the White...
Good day. Oh, well, it's a big hotel. You should talk to... She usually works at the front of the Gourmand. You can get to the Gourmand from the lobby here. It's a big set of double doors on the... Those are all members of the White Glove Society. Our founder, Marjorie, gave us all a dress. In her words, we must dress in such a way that no one can be said to have dressed better than... As for the masks, I'm not allowed to tell you. Actually, that's not true. I think Marjorie likes them for the mystery they create, and the way they make it clear that... But you... must have forgotten.
Hello.
Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope... I do, but I suppose it is a labor of love if it can be called labor at all. We at the White Glove Society are all responsible for maintaining the beauty and class of the Ultralux. And as its founder, I suppose it falls to me to decide how... What else, Mr. Gunn? It's put us in a rather delicate position, you see, his coming here. Not that... But our executive chef, Philippe, has transformed Brahmin steak into a delicacy. He really is a genius. But a delicacy is just that, delicate. And if the Gourmand served staples, it would no longer... So as much as we'd all love for there to be enough steak for... This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless, but that's all in the past now. How some people... For the last time, the White Glove Society has... Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? Though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base impulse. There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man whose bride-to-be went missing during their stay. Well, you can already guess what probably happened, can't you? It seems perfectly like... And that young groom just didn't have a... Why, yes. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room. You see, the White Glove Society remains... A man? Well, then this... Well, this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? What will people say? I'm going to have a word with my staff about security on the premises. Whether these people are found or not, our guests simply must feel safe in their own rooms.